This is an unopened LP from the early 80s, I think. I bought this back in the early 80s. Never opened it. It's Big Joe Williams. His early recordings, 1935 to 1941. If you want it, it's up on eBay. Mississippi Delta Bluesman. He was the most unique of all the bluesmen in my opinion. A lot of people go mad about Robert Johnson, but nobody could sound like Big Joe. He spent 60 years travelling the rough roads of America and all over the world playing his music. Never slept in the bed, he always slept on the floor. Found it easy to sleep, he was used to sleeping rough all his life. Anyway, this is unopened, as I say. You can't buy LPs like this anymore. Most of the LPs that are made these days are copied from CD. They don't use the masters anymore, that's the cheat you see. So when you buy a proper pressing from the 80s and earlier, you get a proper pressing which is actually made from the master tapes, made from the original shellac 78s. Right, that's Big Joe, and now I'm going to play you the other side of this 78 RPM shellac record from 1952 on the Trumpet label, which I believe were recorded in Mississippi in America. And it's Big Joe Williams, 9-string guitar. He's called Joe Williams on here. She Left Me a Mule. Trumpet records number 171. It's got a few bit of a crack on the end of this record, and the other side played okay, so hopefully this one would as well. I think this is the only playing of these of a Trumpet record, Big Joe, on a gramophone, so that you'll find on YouTube.
Well, my baby, she left me a mule to ride. Well, my baby, she left me a mule to ride. Well, the train left the station, my mule lay down and died. If I can't come in, just let me sit down in front of your door. If I can't come in, just let me sit down in front of your door. I'll leave so early till your good man won't ever know. Chicago ain't all hilly town. Lake Mississippi River, Chicago ain't all hilly town. I don't feel no better than the more I be milky bound. So, make grandpa hear love, grandma Julie so. She cooked the same jelly roll that she cooked 40 years ago. Hey, feel If I can't come in, sit down in front of your door. If I can't come in, let me sit down in front of your door. Leave so early in the morning, your good man won't never know.
It's nice, even switched off as well. Yep, quite a rarity this side of the water, these Trumpet records from 1952, and it's got so silly expensive to buy a record from America now. The customs stung me for 15 something pounds a year or so ago when I bought a couple of old Edgar L. Davenport 78s. They cost about $7 and ended up cost me the best part of £20 in customs charges, so I don't bother anymore buying, unless I'm desperate to buy something from America. I do buy the odd poetry classic that I can't find anywhere else. But this, so pleased to find it, cost me a £5, and as I say, 1952, Trumpet Records, Mississippi, I believe. And Big Joe, he was not just one of, he was, in my opinion, the greatest of all the country bluesmen. I was a massive collector of blues back in the 70s and 80s. That was my great fascination. And never liked electric blues, just the acoustic stuff. Robert Johnson, Son House, Booker White, Big Joe, Fred McDowell, all those great characters, Leadbelly. But Big Joe, he was out there on his own. Thanks for watching.